Hey, hi, Monday Evening Mojo family. How are you? Geoff Tyson, the comeback king. It's another Monday Evening Mojo, right? And no more stinking thinking. Let's rise, baby. Let's leave your stinking thinking and let's rise, right? Oh, man. Hey, family. Again, it's Geoff Tyson, the comeback king. And tonight's Monday Evening Mojo is in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King and his powerful legacy around unity, peace, right? And Lord knows we need it now because the world is loud, more divided, and distractions than ever before. So I'm not just saying unity as a nicety. I'm saying let's look at unity as a necessity, right? No more division, connection, no more isolation, community, no more hate, love, right? Dr. King said it best. We must learn, check this out, we must learn to live together as brothers or perish together as fools. Which way, which direction do you want to keep going? Perish as fools. Another truth that still hits today. And these are some notes that I made, right? I always try to just jump in here and just give you something to think about, to offset the stinking thinking and help you rise. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere, right? What that means right now is unity isn't, I already said unity isn't an agreement on everything, but I can tell you I have 4 things that what unity is, right? It's respect over resentments. It's peace over petty. Oh man. Give it up. Don't be petty. Let's find a common ground. Let's seek peace, baby. Let's smile. Handshake, right? Encouragement over envy, man. There's enough to go around, right? If you need some help to get what you want, ask for it. Encouragement over envy. My wife and I talk about it all the time. We're just saying around being epic. Encourage, praise, inspire, and compliment. We practice that at home so we can practice it in the street, so we can practice it in the people that we meet. It's a practice, right? I mean, you got to work at these things we're talking about. What's it say? What did Dr. King say? We must learn to live together as brothers or perish together as fools, man. How we doing? Write it in the comment section, your opinion on how we're doing in that space, right? And the last thing, I told you there was 4 of them. Purpose over pride, right? Pride comes before the fall. That's an old saying. And you look, I used to be caught up in pride and ego and all those things, and it never served me anything. I realize now, years ago, how that was just something that I was using as a mask and a shield to guard myself, right? To keep people from me, man. But I'm talking to you today about the stinking thinking that not just attacks the individual, but it attacks the community, right? You take that negativity out into the streets, you take it out into your workplace, your kids take it to school, you take it to church, you take it wherever you're going, right? And you're dropping off little nuggets, right? And that just stacks up and the walls begin to build. And all of a sudden we are where we are today in the country, in a world that is isolated and divided, right? Stinking thinking it tries to convince us, right? To compare, to be envious, to isolate. Man, I know I'm not the only one that sees that and feels like there's walls everywhere. There's people that are just all about themselves and nobody wants to talk. Nobody wants to communicate. Nobody wants to look up from their doggone phones at least to say hi. So I get on the elevator all the time. And there's people on the elevator. I just start saying hi to everybody. They probably think, who is this crazy man talking about hi? Hi, right? I even do it in the big cities. Hi, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Right? At first it was uncomfortable, man, because I was like, ooh, should not. But now I enjoy it because people are starting to say hi back. People are starting to say, how you doing back? You know, I mean, so it goes back to what I'm saying. I want to learn to live together as brothers and not perish as fools. And injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Let's bring some justice to the plate, man, right? By being kind, being considerate. I mean, you can imagine the pressure that Dr. Martin Luther King and his associates and family members and communities went through to go through what they had to go through, man. Right? But he did it anyway. And there's some stories, I don't have time to talk about it tonight, around some phone calls that he got and really pushed him to the brink of saying, hey, maybe make a couple of excuses or figure out something that I don't have to show up the next day. But we all know that wasn't how it ended. He showed up, right? Because he didn't want to die together as fools, man. So when the real power is in connection, let's stop isolating. Let's stop comparing. Let's stop competing. Let's start standing next to each other, side by side, arm to arm, right? Not just on January 19th, but each and every day. Let's begin to say hello to people. Let's begin to smile at people. Let's begin to take our eyes off of our own struggles and seek to serve other folks, man. So tonight we're talking about unity that strengthens your leadership and your relationships, personally, professionally, and spiritually, right? Just imagine how a week, if everybody just decided to say, okay, man, I'm gonna be nice today. I'm not gonna be all about me. I'm gonna really focus on everybody that I see and say hello. What kind of a world will we have, right? We teach our kids to smile, we teach our kids to speak, we teach our kids to love one another. We do that anyway, but I mean, make that the priority. Because I said it earlier, man, unity is a necessity. We are moving in this direction at hyper speed, right? In all aspects of life. So again, Monday Evening Mojos are about no more stinking thinking and let's rise it together, right? Come on, man. So today, your homework, you always have something to do, action question. May I ask you to do a question for me to participate this week? Just drop it in the comments where you're at and say, yeah, Geoff, I'll do it this time, right? I mean, help me out. Let's participate with this, right? What I'm asking you to do this week is, what's one way we can choose unity this week? At home, in the workplace, in the streets. What's one way in your home, your workplace, or in your community that you can choose unity? Drop unity in the comments if you're committed to doing that this week. So whenever you hear this, I want you to ask yourself, what can I do to begin to be part of the unity movement, right? And removing the stinking thinking and turning that into truths, overcoming our roadblocks and seeking leadership, right? What can I do? Because you can always go, you know the old saying, you can go faster by yourself, man, but you can go so much further together. There's still power in the village. We need to think about the village. How do we rebuild the village so that we can rebuild our children, our communities, our place of business, right? So you're going to do that, right? One thing you can do this week for unity. And now the other piece of it, I got one more thing. Let me see. I want you to really think about this for just a second before I go. Last week, look at last week and think about the opportunities that you could have made a decision that would have may have been uncomfortable, right? But it would have made the day for somebody else, but you chose not to. I can pick so many opportunities, right? This is a practice session for me as well, right? I'm not perfect at what I'm talking to you about now, but all I know is this: if we don't talk about it, if we don't think about it, then we will not do it. We will continue to be divided. We will continue to be full of hate. We will continue to struggle with love and peace, right? So today, let's not do that. If you don't have anything to think about last week, then this week, moving forward, when you hear this, bring your family together and let's have a unity party at home, right? Instilling upon your children the power of assisting other people, the power of serving other people. And be careful, obviously, because it's a crazy world. Now, I'm not telling you this to be loose with your kids. But I want you to know that what we pour into them will come out later, because our kids end up being who we are. So do you want your kids to be who you are right now today if you're raising children? Or would you like to have a reset and do something different? All right. So, oh man, I hope you have a fantastic week. Remember what I asked you to do. Write down one thing this week around unity. Choose something that you can focus on. Drop it in the comment section and what that'll be. Drop it in. If you need some help, obviously reach out. And remember this, comebacks are a lifestyle, not a limitation. Oh man, I'm going through this thing, Geoff, and it's just kicking my butt. Well, yeah, you just gave it power by giving it that visual, kicking your butt. Right? Our words have power, man. They have meaning. So when you think about comebacks, I want you to think about that in a sexy lifestyle kind of way, right? Well, this means that if I got something to learn in here. I have something I can help somebody with. From what I learned in this comeback, I can learn to be a better fill in the blanks in this struggle, comeback, whatever you want to say. It's a gift, right? How do you receive your gifts? Grumpy and unappreciative and complaining, or do you receive your gifts with joy and happiness? Man, that's what it is. Comebacks are a gift to us, right? In that gift, we are able to take that stinking thinking that runs in our head and turn it into the truth of something that's powerful and encouraging and pulling us forward. We no longer see setbacks as struggles, but as opportunities for leadership, right? And we go from isolation into community, man. So tonight, man, I just want to say to everybody, let's focus on being unified. Unity. You not have to, doesn't mean you have to do everything. That ain't what we're talking about. I already told you what it is, right? Want me to repeat it to you? Unity is choosing respect over resentments. Peace over petty. Stop being petty, man. It's easy to do, but man, what purpose does it serve? Stop being petty. If you got petty people hanging around you, then you go hang around some other people, right? Leave those folks that are running full speed ahead on Stinkin Thinkin on the curb, at home, on the bus, somewhere, but they got to go. Family members, I don't care who they got to go. Encouragement over envy. And lastly, step into your purpose over your pride. If you need some help, don't stumble around, do it. Ask for some help. So anyhow, you guys have a fantastic week. Remember what I asked you to do, and let's seek some unity. And remember, if you're not familiar with Dr. Martin Luther King, I encourage you. Just Google. You can find out everything you want. Powerful quotes that this man has left. I had a dream speech, phenomenal speech. Oh, man. I'm going to put it on here tonight, but it just didn't get to it. Find out that speech and then then grade yourself where you are with that. I need to work on myself for that. But you want to know what the big deal around Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday? Check it out. Qualify the source, right? Man, and let's seek some unity, right? Peace over war and love over hate. All right, guys, we'll see you later. Have a fantastic day. And remember what I just said, the comebacks are a lifestyle, not a limitation. Don't let your stinking thinking take away your truths. All right, baby. We'll see you next week. Drop me a note. Let me know how this works for you. Do your homework, please, and we'll see you. Take care, guys. All right.